Okay. Okay. I'll just inform you. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Any of you can unmute and just reply that you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. The recording. I'm just informing in the group. Everyone asked sorry for the delay. Uh, our another team member, Preeta, she had a login issue, so that was the reason for the delay. Session started. I'm just sharing in group, or any of you can also share. So hello everybody. We have now I think 22 participants and hope the rest of them also join. So without delaying, let's just get started with the conversation. And your voice is inaudible. Sorry, initially my video was not started. Now you can hear me, right? Abhi has put a message. Everyone can hear me, right? You can put in the chat window also. You can just put a thumbs up. No need to unmute because all of you might be having babies around. Anyway, any of you can reply if you can hear me. Audible, ma'am. Okay then. So we'll get started. Hello everybody. I'm Rama. I'm a baby bearing educator and as well as a mother of two kids who has been um, taking such sessions for new mothers. And our group, Tirupur Moms, four of us are admins and we have a team of six moderators. We do sessions regularly in Tirupur and people in and around Tirupur do join. So right now we are taking all the sessions in online medium. So welcome to everybody. Preeta's is our team member and she has created this Zoom meeting now for us. Thanks to her. So to get started with baby wearing session. Baby wearing is an art of wearing the baby close to you. Okay, so you are wearing the baby in embrace and you make sure that the baby as well as the wearer is comfortable. So that's the reason why you go for ergonomic carriers. One second, just shuffling. Someone has mentioned not audible, two of you. My volume is maximum and I'm not using the headphones. I'm okay then. Rita has put that we can hear you. Okay. So that's all. So I'm going to just give you a walkthrough on how baby wearing came about. So baby wearing has been there for so long that if you see in the starting of all the civilization, or everyone had to go about their work just with a piece of cloth wrap or a long towel length fabric. They used to tie the baby, and even now we see in Africa, northeast of our India, we had traveled there, so we saw live how the people were even carrying 4 to 5 years old kid with a towel tied up in and as a ring sling or a wrap, just as we use in carriers. They use just the fabric and do lovely wrapping of the baby and the up and down the hill, working in the fields, and all these banjaras and Nadodigals, they still wear the babies. So baby wearing gives that freedom, hands-free freedom to do whatever you are doing before the baby comes into your life. And there is something called ergonomic carrier. What are ergonomic carrier is? The carrier is designed in such a way that the baby as well as the wearer will be comfortable to use it, and proper knee-to-knee coverage would be achieved. The baby will have a deep sleep. So all this will, there's a thumb rule called Tick's rule for baby wearing. So when you're wearing the baby, the fit of the carrier should be tight enough. The baby should be in view all the times. Baby's forehead should be at a kissable distance. The back of the baby should be well supported, and then proper knee-to-knee coverage and the deep seat should be there. So all this is to be taken care. If you see the benefits of baby wearing, there are many benefits. So there are many scientific benefits too, which have been proven and approved by WHO. So if you go about the benefits for the newborn baby, it helps in giving proper skin to skin contact. And it's like when you wear the baby, you are giving the baby proper tummy time. Just like you put the baby on the floor and you are giving the tummy time to the baby, when you're wearing, you give the tummy time. It will help in increasing the birth weight of the baby, and not just initial birth weight for the newborn, but through the first 365 days of the newborn, constant varying of half an hour to 1 hour or 2 hours will help in the body weight gain. Actually, the babies double the weight by 6 months and then triple by 1 year. That's the mean average of birth weight gain. So that would be achieved, and then the body temperature of the baby would be regulated, heartbeat, the respiratory respiration rate, everything gets regulated. And it's been proven that around 50% of the babies, when they are born, they cry lesser. So they even achieve their milestones quickly, and it's been proven they achieve the speech development pretty quick when they are constantly baby born. And it helps the mothers to be fit and beat postpartum. That's one of the common issue many mothers, including like me, I live in a nuclear setup. So baby wearing has been so helpful, and especially with a newborn at home, even if you want to leave your baby with your mother or an in-law or any family member, the baby would need the mother for a feed or a breastfeed, or even the regular feed, or a pee or poop change, and baby would cry. You won't be able to do your exercise or say walking is what many of us can do while the baby is there, and exercise you can do as well. So this freedom you get, and then hands-on freedom, your hands are free, and then the baby's sleep is undisturbed. So if the baby has been sleeping, it will continue to sleep while you're wearing the baby and say going out, stepping out and all. And even the baby which is awake, walking, if you start walking, they sleep off in 5 to 10 minutes. Someone has put people who can't hear, check at your entry score. So that is there. And then it prevents the flat head syndrome. Pile on mat, we put the baby so that the flat head and the baby would have head nala shape ago. So it will prevent that syndrome. And then it's one carrier for all the caretakers, including the father or any other family member. Anyone can wear the baby and have share the same special bond which the mother shares. Babies will be naturally bonded with the mothers, but say grandmother or a grandfather or uncle or aunt has to be participating in taking care of the baby. அவங்களுக்கு bonding it helps a lot baby wearing when they also do it. Baby wearing is a concept of attachment parenting, where you keep the baby attached to yourself, and the babies are pretty less cranky, and they self-soothing baby, and they reach like I told, all the developments they reach pretty quick. So this is about the benefits of baby wearing. And there are some babies commonly have this colic issue, and they will possess whatever the food possess means that they bring out the food that they breast milk that they have. So this will be prevented with the elevated skin to skin touch that is given, and then the mother's breast milk production will increase. Head will not be stable whether I'm just coming to it. So that's why we have newborn to toddler carriers, okay? Where you can wear the baby from day one, there are carriers for that. So just that you have to choose the carrier which is suitable for your baby's age. So that's why we ask any of you would need guidance of a baby wearing educator to choose a carrier, and this session would be helpful for you to be aware and select on your own also. Okay. So that's what I was telling about the colic issue, that and it gives better digestion to the baby, and mother's breast milk production also increases because when the skin to skin contact is there, oxytocin hormone it gets released, and the the mothers will have increased breast milk production. You can even feel it when your baby wearing the milk getting leaked. So that has been seen by many mothers and shared with joy. And then for premature babies, the preemies, the kangaroo cares. Someone was asking about 3 months head because can even premature baby, which is like 800 grams or 1.2 kg. Even premature babies are baby worn. For them, you won't go for it. Buckled carriers that we are going to show now and talk about for all of you. For those babies, we'll be using ring sling or wraps and giving that kangaroo care with it. Okay, wrap is a continuous fabric. Ring sling is much shorter. It's a continuous fabric with rings on one side and you tie it. If you had seen in any of my previous day posting or sharing, you would have seen. So those kind of carriers, they have like the slings, ring sling and wrap can start wearing from even for premature babies, and you give excellent skin care. So there's for each and every carrier type you have a starting weight as well as an ending weight. Okay, so on the weight limit cooler you can wear the baby. So for those premature babies, I told ring sling and wrap now. So the ring sling is like the starting you don't have because you can start with premature, and then till 15 kgs, and then wraps are till 25 kgs. So even for a bigger baby, just that these ring slings and wraps have a learning curve. That is, it's like an art that you have to know to wear well your baby, and you have to get the right fit. That's why we ask you. It's not baby wearing carriers are not a product that you go to the shop, buy it, and just start wearing it. You need some guidance from baby wearing educators like us, who will guide you whether you have got the right fit, are you wearing properly, are both of you comfortable wearing it, and if you achieve that, then regular practice and you both will rock it. Okay, so one second. I'll just put to aeroplane mode. 1 second. So that's what. So you have to take care of that. Where was I? So the different ring sling and wrap I was telling. So the next, I am going to talk about buckled carriers. These buckled carriers have starting weight 3 kgs to 18 kg or 20 kg. Based on each brand and each carrier type will have different weight maximum limit. So it's like a newborn to toddler means you will go for an adjustable carrier. There are two types of carriers in buckle carriers. Buckle carrier means they have all these buckles to easily wear it. So adjustable and non-adjustable. We are going to mainly talk today about adjustable carriers, Anuna Nasima from Soul Slings that I have over here, and I'm going to show a demo of it. And then the non-adjustable carriers is for whom? That is babies above 6 months and weight above 7 kg, and since you started from 6 months, you don't need that neck support. So those carriers will be much easier to wear, and they won't have the at the waist level, they won't have that small, medium, large setting adjustment. Directly it will be at the large adjustment, so there's no adjustment to make. So that's why it's called non-adjustable carriers. And who go for those are non-adjustable carriers? Those who are like getting carrier later in the baby's growth stage, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years they might get, then they'll go for those adjustable carriers. And so it's your second baby, you don't need a newborn to toddler carrier for this second baby. If you say you are starting late at 6 months, then you go for the non-adjustable. Else, we would recommend, even if you're getting for your first baby after 6 months, get a newborn to toddler carrier, so that your second baby also you can wear from day one. So that would be the preference. So I'm going to talk about two adjustable carriers, Anuna and Asima. I have both of them here. Before showing the demo of both, I'll just tell some brief difference between both. So that this is a commonly asked question. Should I go for Asima or should I go for Anuna? Many will have. So if you know what is the difference between both, you'll know which one you want to choose. So Asima is like for 0 to 4 years and Anuna is suitable for 0 to 2 years. Why some people go for Anuna is that it's like much compact and it has this additional carry option of forward facing out. That is baby வந்து frontல பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கும். Like this baby would be there. But all the carriers, நான் சொன்ன மத்த எல்லா carriers, including Anuna, Asima, Basic, everything, they have like front carry and back carry. You carry in the front and you, as well as you can carry in the back. But this Anuna has additionally forward facing out and hip carry option. Hip carry, ring sling, you have hip carry, or in wrap also you can do like that. You have in this also. But Asima carrier, it's like the design features are like more sophisticated and it is much preferred and bestseller because it's like one carrier. You can, Anuna வாங்கிட்டு 2 years அப்புறம் once you start baby wearing, after 2 years you'll start going out a lot and without considering the COVID situation, I'm just telling in general, you'll start stepping out with the baby a lot. That's when you will think you need a carrier which you can wear for long as you want to wear. Then people go for Asima. Okay, and those who are like very keen on wearing Anuna and the forward facing out, ரொம்ப ஃபேன்சியா இருக்கும் for wearing the baby and babyக்கு நல்ல view இருக்கும், they'll go for Anuna. So that is there. And in this forward facing out that I told, there is some do's and don'ts, like baby, if the baby sleeps off or if the baby is over excited or overstimulated, then you will again change the baby to front carry or back carry. Okay, and in Asima you have Asima as well as Anuna, you have a proper neck support. Okay, that covers this ear to ear region. So this support will give good neck support to your baby, even newborn. Starting from day one you can wear. Just that people have it in their hospital bag ready. Many get during the pregnancy itself. Give a quick pre-wash for it and then keep it prepped and ready. And you can take it to the hospital, and when you're soothing the baby in the hospital, say you're a normal delivery patient, you will be able to wear your baby from day 1 or 2 also. Say you're a C-section mother, you can wear your baby as soon as you feel the energy to get up and hold your baby well. So C-section mothers wear panlaman, many will get that doubt. So that scar will be there below your navel. So you are going to wear the baby quite above the navel. So in your natural waist region. And when I'm wear, I'll show, like I'm a 5'3" feet normal height person. Someone who's very tall, they'll wear it a bit higher so that baby when the kissable distance. Rumba tall people, if they wear it low waist and all, the baby would be very low. So that shouldn't be there. So and a very short person might actually wear it a bit low. 4 feet 8 inch or like that, 4 to 5 feet person, they'll wear it a bit low. And newborns babies, in order to bring to this visible distance, you will wear a bit high. And as the baby grows to toddler stage, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, then you'll naturally a few inches down you'll go. So that is there. And I'll directly start with the demo. I'm showing first the Asima carrier, the one which I told for 0 to 4 years. Okay, so this is the waistband which is going to come at the waist level. So here, these adjustable carriers have 3 settings called small, medium, large. So same with Anuna, just that the Velcro tape is there. In Anuna, you will have buttons in place of it. So you'll keep the setting as, you'll move the Velcro tape and bring it to the center. There are 3 levels, small, medium, large. Small is for newborn babies. 3 to 5 kg, you're going to keep it as small. And then as the baby weight grows, 5 kg baby reaches, you will move to medium setting on either side. And then large setting for 10 kgs and above baby. Okay. So you just go by your baby's weight. So this is the waist setting. And then this lumbar support is there at the back. This lumbar support is an additional accessory. In Asima, it comes along with the carrier. In other carriers, you can actually get it, and most of the brands, even Solfling, Ilama, Mata brands, they also have such features, lumbar support for those with back pain issues, and even for others who don't have back pain issues. This gives a good support. So this is inserted, and what you do is you have to do settings adjustment before wearing the baby, bringing in the baby, so that when you wear easier you can wear. Otherwise, baby will be there. This would be like very tight, and you won't be able to open it up having the baby in your hand. So first you do some settings first of all. And then at waist level you just loosen this. Sorry, you loosen this so that it can fit you easily. And I'm just wearing it. You can wear it from here directly to the back, or you can actually move it to the front. You can watch it and close it. There's something called safety harness in all the carriers, so that it's a safety requirement. Even if the carrier opens up, buckle opens up, the carrier won't fall. So you pass it through that, and then you close it. And then you just tighten this down. You just pull it in the same direction. If you pull it in this opposite direction, it won't come. So you pull it in the same direction, you will hold it like this and pull. You have to always make sure that you're wearing your carrier tightly. If you don't wear it, the waist belt tightly, for baby's weight, it will go downwards. This has to be parallel to the ground. So that is one ground rule. So even if you have worn a bit loose and baby vechadukku appuram, you go in front of the mirror and you see that I haven't worn tightly, you can again readjust. Okay, so that is there. And then these both are called shoulder straps on either side. You wear, it comes over your shoulder. So you will just loosen it a bit. In Asima, you have this two-way adjustment. Okay, this way also you can adjust, this way also you can adjust. So it's convenient. And then this back strap, this is called back strap. This back strap, you can either wear it pre-tied like this, or baby vechadukku appuram you will tie it. So there are two options. I'll first show pre-tie without the baby, then we, just like this. This also I'm loosening it. It would be very, if it's very tight, what it is, baby eventually it will be very difficult. So loosen this a bit so that your hand would easily reach and you'll be able to close it. So I've just loosened it a bit. This also I've loosened. And then this is how I wear it pre-tied. I'll just wear it like this, and then put the baby inside like this, hold the baby like this and bring it inside. Both the legs will come out from here, and then you do the tightening adjustment. Okay, and there's some other settings. Okay, here you have something called shoulder panel adjuster. This gives a bigger panel, so broader panel. So who needs a broader panel? Someone who's very tall or someone who's um, extra large size, then and they need a more panel width, then they will extend it. And carriers are of one size till 7XL people can wear these carriers. So they have quite a lot of this tail portion, which can be extended till there. You can bring the buckles on. Okay. So I'm just for me I'm just tightening this. So it is folded up like this, and put it here. And then this region, it's called multiple height adjustment of the neck. So you were asking about neck support, right? So you will raise it and bring it until the point where your baby's neck is there. Always you have to ensure, fixed rule I told, na, babies should be like a kissable distance. So baby vandhu, it shouldn't be like baby's head is inside the carrier. You are like baby's inside, very well inside. Baby or thala should be seen outside. Head should be outside. Neck region in the ear to ear, that will give the proper neck support. It shouldn't be like baby still here inside the carrier. Okay. And always baby's chin should be off the chest. For that you can put your chin, hands like this and check it. And you can also, baby would have face, you can move this side like this. And just pre-tied method I'll show just like that. Now this strap, if I wear it like this, it's called head strap. There's one more way of wearing both the straps. It is cross strap. these buckles open up over here. Okay, so I'll open up and bring it that side, and that one will come this side. So that also I'll show you. You bring the baby and you always center this. If you have like rotated and it's somewhere in the this side or left side or right side, it won't be proper. So let the baby be well centered. Hold the baby like this. Hold this fabric. And then wear both the shoulder straps. And then this side, which I have loosened quite a bit, it will snap on. And then first you will tighten this. You won't tighten in this direction, it won't come. Same direction as the buckle is wearing. And then all this we have kept loose. So you're going to tighten. How you're going to tighten it? Bring it to the baby's neck level. This I'm just putting the food inside so you can see this. See, I brought it till the baby's neck, this ear to ear neck region. Okay, you can lift it. It's like liftable, and then you have to tighten these straps. See, when you're tightening, it is coming downwards. Okay, and everything got tightened. And you have this back strap. You see from the back, it has to be at your armpit level. It has to be neither too high nor too low. For that, actually, if you see here, this back strap is slidable. It can slide from here to here, this region. Why they are given provision is each person would be of a different frame, and for someone they might need it a bit lower, and so for someone else they might need it a bit higher. So keep it wherever you want, such that when you wear the carrier, it is at the natural armpit level. Okay, this is the head strap that you saw. Now I am going to do a cross strap. What I'll do, just don't mind that this doll's leg is standing like this. Actually it broke and I've stitched it. So one side that I stitched, it's actually for small babies. It will be like this. Let me stand. So the legs will be like this. It won't stand like this. Yeah. So I'm going to do cross strap next. I'm just removing this buckle over here. And here you have safety harness. And then if this is not getting extended, you can actually check. This is two-way I told now. So on the pakam, you have left more of the belt. I'm bringing that side to this side, buckling. And then this side to this side. So this way, when I do, I'm giving added support to the back. This is cross strapping. Okay. So this is one way of wearing cross strap or head strap. You can do the cross strapping for very small baby. If you will excuse me for 1 minute, I'm just my son woke up. I'm just leaving him somewhere. Yeah, sorry for the break. My son woke up. That was the reason I had to leave him. So this is about the cross strapping. And similarly, you can do a back carry as well. I'll show it in the Anuna carrier. This Anuna carrier, you can do a forward facing out, I said, right? So this is the carrier. If you see the design, this surface area will be lesser compared to the Tassima. That's the reason why both can be worn for 3 to 20 kg baby, but this one, it's suitable up until 2 years. After that, the baby will outgrow. So in Anuna, you have something called these buttons. So if small, you'll keep it in small setting. For me, 5 kgs, 3 to 5 kg small setting, 5 to 10 medium, large. So if I'm just keeping it in medium and showing you. So in medium, I've used 2 buttons. You make sure that medium or large, if 2 buttons or 3 buttons has to be snapped on, snap both of them or 3 of them. Otherwise, when the baby's you're carrying and baby weight, the buttons would only some people, that's a commonly done mistake by many Anuna users. Last button மட்டும் snap on பண்ணுவாங்க, நடுவுல 1 or 2 buttons விட்டுருவாங்க. அப்போ வந்து baby weight it will pull down. The button will snap open. So what you do is, large enough, all the 3 buttons have to be snapped on either side. So I kept in medium setting for you to show. And then here, just there are some design difference feature in Anuna Nasima. This one is the neck insert, it's sturdy over here. There it is soft cushion padding. And then here you have some additionally thigh padding that you adjust. It will give you an additional thigh space for the baby and the knee to knee coverage and for that. And then this two-way adjustment in this. Here you have just one way over here. Only here you are adjusting. Back length adjustment. I'll show you that forward facing out in this carrier. When you're doing a forward facing out, you will keep only in small setting, even if your baby's weight is like above 5 kg and you have started using the medium setting or large setting. So when you wear, I told you 6 to 18 months, you will wear the forward facing out option. So there you will just wear it like this. You put the back strap, waist strap, sorry. And then just like you folded the baby like this, you will fold the baby like this. 6 months you will start this forward facing out in Anuna. Similarly, I'm just loosening. That's it. Here also you have to make sure it is at your armpit level. And whatever loose circle, the one that you just maybe not doll's leg will be like this. Okay. You don't keep medium or large in yeah. So you always in the front facing the legs should be in the small setting only. So that is it. I'll show you how to do a back carry for your baby. Same for any carrier. So you will just hold the baby in this hip region. You have to loosen your waist belt a bit so that easier rotate panni back ku kondalam. Okay? And then hold like this. Bring it. Well centered. You can lean forward whenever you're doing the back carry so that baby is leaning on you. And then strap. So this is about back carry. Okay, and then you can if the baby has slept off, usually walking la poiche baby vandu or 5 minutes la thoongiduvaanga. So back carry is very convenient for long. We used to go for 5 to 7 kilometers walk and back carry was my most preferred option. So once when you start back carry is once your baby sits independently unassisted, not if you make the baby sit. So that's when you start the back carry option. So that's about both the carriers, and then there's the other carrier too, the basic carrier. But most of you over here, I think, came for the session who are either pregnant or newborn. So this would be your preferred option. So there are some frequently asked questions which I will just discuss so that that's the question which usually you people ask. And if any doubt, you can just unmute and ask me right away. And then we'll move to weaning session. So what happens is, எப்போ wear பண்ணலாம், when we can start னு சொல்வாங்க. Like she asked, 3 months plus தான் நிறைய people they'll think you have to go for a carrier when baby starts getting cranky and things. But actually you can start wearing baby from day one. When you wear the baby more, they get soothed easily and putting them to sleep is easier. And then which of the 3 carriers to choose? It's a common question. So age appropriate, how to choose now I just told to you. And which fabric to choose, many will have the doubt. There are 2 fabric, they all come in natural fabric of cotton and linen. So both are natural fabrics. We all wear cotton and linen materials, right? So linen material ke eppa podudna, linen வந்து extra airy, breathable, and GSM will be lesser. So you can go for linen if you want more comfortable, luxurious, and great for summer, hot climate ku super இருக்கற மாதிரி வேணும்னா you can go for linen. And if you or the baby is going to be more sweaty, then you can go for linen. And then the next question that many ask is till what age you can wear. So each age appropriate carrier has the option. So you can wear the till 4 years, and there are the adjustable carrier till 6 years wear பண்றதுக்கு size 2 carriers are there. So you can wear that too. And then you can do breastfeeding while you're wearing the baby. Sorry, I didn't show you. It's very simple. You just loosen the waistband setting and then the shoulder strap so that baby comes a bit lower, and then your baby can latch on. And also the shoulder strap loosen பண்றனால babyக்கு stomach regionல நல்ல ஒரு gap கிடைக்கும். And then the common and then again, once you're done the breastfeeding, you can cover the hood and you can do this discreet breastfeeding even in when you go out, and all you can do while standing. Tirumalala, I went for darshan, and it was like 8 hours of bearing the baby with all the in between breastfeed and then in between diaper change and everything. So that will also answer the question that how long can I wear in a day. So you can wear as long as your requirement or need is. Just ஒரு common request என்னன்னா, practice பண்ணி don't use the carrier just as a travel gear, but daily basis la wear at least minimum 30 minutes, so that you are giving that benefit of baby wearing. I told, right, in the first 365 days la wear panna ennala benefit irukum. So all the benefits you as well as the baby can get it. So make sure you practice and wear regularly the baby. And then don't baby wear and drive 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler. It's up to your discretion if you want to be a co-passenger in a car and sit with the baby. I have done that, but I always used an infant car seat, and outside India that is the must condition. So even here, if you use that, I do a lot of self-driving with the kids along. So I always had an infant car seat at the back, and then a toddler car seat after 7 months. So babies would get tuned to it, and they will be like அவங்களுக்கே அந்த சேஃப்டி ரிக்குவயர்மெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் அந்த ஏஜ்லயே வந்துடும். So that's very good for them and for the safety. Okay, so I'll just move on to weaning session. Anyone has any question? Or you can ask in the end also. Someone? Nived? Just looking up. Okay. So about weaning, let's start. I think many of you wanted a good weaning session. Weaning, enna, it is. Can you tell us a little about basic carrier too? So the basic carrier na adjustable carrier. So 6 months plus two. There are 2 sizes. Basic carrier comes in. Most of the brands have in 2 sizes: size 1, size 2. Size 1 carrier is most preferred. ஏன்னா அது வந்து 6 months plus லேருந்து 4 years வரைக்கும் வேர் பண்ணலாம். அப்புறம் அந்த size 2 carrier வந்து you starting weight வந்து இதுல 7 kg மாதிரி அதுல வந்து 12 kgs மேல தான் size 2 you can start using and you can wear it till 25 kg. So those who are getting the carrier much later 2 to 6 years, lot of traveling with baby, hiking எல்லாம் பண்றவங்க they go for size 2, else you can go for size 1. And some people first 6 monthsல அவ்வளவா வேரே பண்ண மாட்டாங்க, அவ்வளவா வெளியே போக மாட்டாங்க, they go for basic carrier and they want இந்த மாத்துறது அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் வேணாம் எனக்கு நியூ பார்ன்ல இருக்குதுன்னா they go for size carrier. Please show demo of back carry again, Nasima ma'am. Okay, I'll do it in the end also. Right now we'll go to the weaning topic, already time for this, so Rakshana, I'll do it in the end. Okay, you can stay in the meet and the while others they move on. So weaning என்னன்னா weaning literally means to stop feeding, stop the breastfeed. That's how the word weaning came, and that's what many were doing. But right now the back we are going to this exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months. Until that stage people are getting more awareness and everything. So before they start weaning, that's what we tell. Till 6, someone has unmuted, so mute பண்ணுங்க Miduna. I'm just muting. Okay. When you introduce solids at 180 days plus, that's when you start the weaning. There are two kind of ways. You can either do it the traditional way or the baby-led way. So in traditional way, what you do is the spoon feeding by the mother. So that happens. In baby-led weaning, what you do is the baby will try to self-feed themselves. So this is most recommended baby-led weaning, and it's very easy and convenient for you. And if you have a toddler, elder kid at home, the kids will imitate and like to do just like their elder one also. So go for baby-led weaning. In both the methods, if you see, many of the points are common. Okay, so no puree, no porridge type, and no in the juice type, soup type, and liquidy food illama. Whatever nutrition that gives, you are going to give it in the solid form. Okay, so and you are making sure that the baby's gums and teeth are get developed well. Adnala baby ku vandu pall illa, na vandu grind pannata, puree pannata, the baby can't chew, and don't imagine their gums are developing. 6 months is the stage when the tooth starts rooting from the root. Whether it has come outside or not, crown area level, it has already developed inside all the milk teeth. So they have enough power to chew and grind the food that you just mix it in the hand, just like how we okay. And there are some do's that I'm going to talk one by one. Okay. So what you do is you give boiled, steamed, and then roasted, or what else, baked, or any such cooked food. You can give uncooked. The fruits when you give, you are going to give it as finger foods, which are like easy to hold for them and grab and bite. You don't need that. You have all this so many things coming up fashionably. Juicer kind of bottle மாதிரி இருக்கும், அதுக்குள்ள ஃப்ரூட் வச்சுட்டு அந்த பல்ப் ஜூஸ் மட்டும் வரும். The choking hazard irukadun, many things, so they get it. But the thing is, you don't need it. Babies ku vandu juice mattum kadachu pulp kadikkalena, fiber content is not going to go. So don't go for any such additional thing, or any additional don't go for even for water. Don't go for water. You're not anyway going to give cow's milk till 1 year, or till you are going to breastfeed, or till the baby ask for the cow's milk. So till then, don't go for the sterilization business itself. Just go with water. In many of us just love silver cups and bowls, right? So given that, guide the baby for drinking water, and per day or 30 ml of water is more than enough for the 6-month plus baby. And make sure no one influences to you to give food or water below 6 months. Many happen to be like summer month 4 months, 3 months baby they start giving water, and all the waterborne diseases start coming. So boiled water to 6 months kapranda. Ask the mother to have more of cool and the elanir or whatever, which will increase the water content, and ask the mother to drink more water. So that is enough. So about the do's in weaning pathina, what all you can give, salt and sugar illada food and honey never introduced below 1 year. In a honey induces botulism, a bacteria which can cause severe diseases to the newborn babies. Not just newborn, that is below 1 year baby, they don't have the digestive capacity. So no honey, and then no salt and no sugar, because the mother has enough of intake of the sugar and salt in their food, and through the breast milk the baby also gets it. So you don't need to give additional salt especially. And salt enna panuna, it will even cause failure of kidneys and liver for the infants that is below 1 year. It has happened. So that's the reason why stronger WHO tells no salt and sugar till 1 year, because we never know number of pasma or chitkin potruvom, but it will be more for the baby. So we will choke the functionality of those organs for them. So never do that. No salt and no sugar till 1 year. And then any food that I told, you will give it in like இப்படி கையால தொட்டு பார்த்தா அமுங்கணும், காஜு கட்லி கன்சிஸ்டன்சி. ஒரு பாயில்டு வெஜிடபிள் எப்படி கையில இப்படி தொட்டா அமுங்கும் அந்த மாதிரி. So you're going rice na and the fruits, vegetables, anything, or any multi millets or laddu that you make, like that you give. And then when you start is when the baby sits in a tripod position. Till then you can actually spoon feed. If your baby hasn't sat even at 7th month, 8th month, you can guide them. But once they start to sit in the tripod position, you can start with baby led weaning. And they should have lost tongue thrust. Usually by 6 month end, babies lose tongue thrust. Otherwise, wait till they lose the tongue thrust. Tongue thrust na enna, இப்படி உள்ள ஏதாவது கொடுத்தா ஃபீட் பண்ணா அப்படியே வாயிலேருந்து வெளியில வந்துடும். அவங்க அதை எடுத்து உள்ள அக்செப்ட் பண்றதுக்கு they wouldn't have reached that situation. So when they lose it, you can go for it. And then 180 day plus, never make it like 5 months kapro 5 months complete aayithu 150 days aayithu. So that is not the count. 6 months start aayithu illa, 6 month end aayithu, the 7th month will start, right? So that's when after 181 day you will start the weaning. And then you eat with the baby. The family eats, the baby eats what the family eats. So just with lesser spice level and that no salt and sugar. So you're making food for yourself. அதுல வந்து தால் பண்ணுறீங்களா இல்லைன்னா anything குழம்புல என்ன பண்ணுறீங்களோ, keep a portion for the baby and then finally put the masala and extra spice level. And don't make the foods very bland for babies. They need the red chili and pepper is the karam that we in our family, we always used to mix it and give it for babies also. So that's like bearable. You are anyway going to put ghee in it. Ghee is very good for the baby, so you can start giving all the tiffins and rice items with ghee. And then about kanji I wanted to tell. This is like most common and and it's a easy food for many. Kanji kudutama vayar rombedhu, many will think. But when you're giving something like kanji form, the baby's stomach gets filled and நம்மளோட அடுத்தடுத்த feed, even breast milk குடிக்கிற அந்த இது கூட கம்மி ஆயிடும். And if you want to do baby led weaning, give it in thick consistencies. I told காது கத்தினா அந்த மாதிரி. So நிறைய water add பண்ணாம reduce the water content, and then once it ராகி கஞ்சியே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நல்லா thicken ஆகும். Make it like small balls and keep it in a plate. ஒரு ஸ்பூனே வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், கை வச்சு வேணானா ஸ்பூன். You can either go for spoon or hand is always best. Okay, because they touch it, they can feel all the flavors and they can sensory play ago. So even if it is messy, it is okay. You just go with it. So in the mari thick consistency la give the kanji form if you want to. If you want to avoid that, kanji la enna irukku, all the millets are there, all the nuts are there. So you can actually, nuts vandu pallu vara varaiku they won't be able to bite, so you can actually powder it and keep it and add it on all the food items that you want to do. So what I did was ragi, thinai, sama, veragu, gudravali, wheat, solam, all these are the even the corn makki ki roti solvanga, adu kuda namba vandu you can start giving to that 6 month plus baby. There's nothing like this food kambi or nung, pana nung is like hard to digest. And jackfruit will got dysentery and malal, right? A small quantity, baby is going to eat little only. If you start giving all the items that we eat, never limit to like fruits na apple, vegetables na carrot, beans and green peas. Nothing like that. You give everything, vaazhathanda, vaazhapoo, keerai, all the varieties of keerai, green leafy vegetables. So you can give everything to the baby that you eat. Just make sure that on the night time you don't give keera, just like how we all take care, okay? And you can either use floor for the feeding schedule, or you can use a feeding chair or a height this booster chair, okay? Anything that you want to go. I had a feeding chair in 2010 and it came good till like my second baby was 3 years. Adu variko till he wanted to sit, he sat, and even now it is good. I have passed on, I have give to my friend, okay? So it's a very good investment. You can go for feeding chair. Illa venanna neenga traditional taraila ukar vettunna, make sure you put one big piece of cloth on the floor and baby sits near the wall or such region, and there's no distraction. So distraction is one big topic, okay? Enna floor la you can do it. So the a cloth put, babies will make babies will drop the food definitely, and they will pick it again. That's what babies do. So if you put a clean cloth, and you can always clean the cloth later, babies will again take and have it. And then no distraction is one big topic, because many of the parents, most of the parents, due to situation, due to busyness, stress or work, anything, they go for giving a distraction of gadgets mostly. So no gadgets, no TV, no odi odi viladra saapadu, nila sornu solittu ella pakkam oduvanga thookinde. It's a big headache for you as well as the baby. Will never realize that baby is eating. Baby is just being tricked to eat. So never go for any kind of distraction. Ada sollinde allana kaiyila oru bomma kuduttu viladinde, you keep playing and I'll feed. No, don't go for that. Even if you're feeding, make sure it's in a peaceful way, and without, and communication is the key for weaning, okay? You keep communicating, tell them good things about feeding, and the food describe pannunga, what all nutrition written solunga. After stories with the feeding, you can show later on how, like there are many books actually, the mari monkey which didn't eat properly, upma அந்த மாதிரிலாம் புக் இருக்கு. அண்ட் தென் எப்படி பாட்டி ட்ரைனிங் பண்ணணும்னா புக் வச்சு சில பேர் ஸ்டோரிஸ் வச்சுலாம் பண்றாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி there are many books which help you to guide in for babies who are fussy eaters, okay? So that is there. And then make sure that the messy play, it's there, and you're showing and guiding them how to do. Don't laugh at them if they சடக்குன்னு இப்படி தூக்கி போடுவாங்க ஃபுட்டு. அதுக்காக don't laugh. No baby, don't do like that. Speak to them, and then you show them how you eat properly, take it, guide it to the mouth, like that they will also imitate. And most of the babies by 6th month they get the pincer grip. Pincer grip is like or patani kaila green peas, if you hold it like this, you are able to hold easily. For the baby, it has to, all the neurons and everything has to work, and they have to get that grip. The babies get by 6th month, okay, the grip. If you see, they'll work on it, and neenga start pannadla or 2-3 days la they'll get it. Bigger vegetables they might be able to hold easily, but the smaller ones, when they hold it, you will see they got the pincer grip, okay? And teeth or gums varala, teeth vandu inno valala, adanala I have to wait till the teeth comes for not giving mashed food. No, don't imagine. And start just mixing with hand the rice items and any tiffin, even chapati. Many of them tend to postpone chapati till teeth comes. You don't need chapati puree along with the gravy or chutney or anything. Just keep pieces, cut and keep. Pongal na balls pani chutney la totittu keep the pongal. And then in pongal, upma, chakra pongal and all, introduce all the millets, and then you make millet ka biryani, everything. And then pulao, everything you can do it. So make sure you're adding lot of variety, different texture the baby is feeling. Don't make it dal roti and then rice, parsado, and just a few set of vegetables on daily basis. So make sure you're giving a wide variety of food items to them, okay? And then there should be no favorite other than repetition. They can't. Make sure there's no favorites and you're giving all the foods to them in rotation. Colors, in the same day you can introduce 2 to 3 colors. Beetroot is a different color, green leafy vegetables, the white vegetables are there, and then the pink color agati kira and maria, there are such things. So you can introduce all the colors. And then one common thing is in baby சாப்பிடவே இல்ல 3 days சாப்பிடல. Like then many of them think that they will, what they'll do is they'll exaggerate that the baby didn't have anything. Actually the baby would have breast milk, and then 1 tablespoon of food if they have in that one day below 1 year baby, it is quite fine. Don't try to force them. And it's a natural mechanism. Say we are sick, can we eat a plate full of meals? We'll never be able to complete that. So babies will adjust themselves. Say they are and above 1 year babies especially, that is the stage when 1 year varaikku they will feed and eat well. 1 year kapro they will start showing all the nakran ella பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்ப வந்து you can give a puch mandu or the deworming medicine to them. And in I give one thing called Balasudha, which is an Ayurvedic Siddha thing. It's a very nice one, and babies can allow wire clear. When does all this deworming issue come is when you start giving them any outside food and all. Another in the the biscuit, common processed food that many of them started 10 months or so as a snack. Why do you need that? You go for some fruit or vegetable salad or anything that the baby likes. Murukku kuda, all the traditional things which are like very good, you can always go for it. Okay. And appreciate the baby now and then when they are doing the proper eating task. So make sure that you give them that word of appreciation and nice communication. And they'll be very soon they'll be like less fussy baby. They'll be very easily adaptable. Even when you go out, step out and all, if it's like an untimely meal and all, they won't be fussy and they'll start to do their eating work easily. Many of them don't travel because their babies, when they go out, they don't eat at all. Many I have seen among many friends, the babies don't eat and they go back and only feed, and so they have to hurry back or do something. It's okay if the baby doesn't eat at the particular time. The rest of the meals of the day is there, so don't force them if you're out and baby doesn't like to eat. And always in the baby led weaning method la ponengana, they will easily adapt. Nangla, like myself, I have traveled quite so much. Baby wearing was there, helpful in traveling. Another thing that helps is baby led weaning, because in Meghalaya for 12 days we were there, and Assam and that side, and the food is totally different from our food. So we started getting craving, but the baby was happy with whatever it got. And that 16-month-old son of mine, he happily had the regular meals of the days. So that is there. So babies will be less fussy. And then one by one kudunga, say buffet mari all items eduthu vechita at the same time. If you start trying, they'll be overwhelmed and they might not choose anything, and you won't know how much the baby had also. So don't overwhelm them with that. And then one common first food pathina 6th month la many give dal water, arsi kanji and mari start பண்ணுவாங்க. Arsi kanji is fine, but this dal water, what it does is it will make the baby chumma overweight ஆக்கும். But anemic kind of babies, and then they won't have appetite to have furthermore, because it will bloat the stomach when they have this dal water, and they might even reduce their breast milk consumption. So make sure you don't give dal water. You can anything soup. I told no soup, juice, purina, but you might be. We have it. நம்ம குழந்தைக்கு சாப்பிடலன்னு இருக்கும். So give your main the whatever I told what we eat, main food கொடுத்துருங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் பேபிக்கு the capacity will be like much lesser to have those drinks that you give, that the baby can have just like that. Okay, so don't give it as a main food. Many give breakfast only kanji till 4 years also. So that's a very bad habit. It's like a milk. Okay, or alava, give a small cup maybe after the food. If you give before, this clash happens. And then when to introduce cow's milk is one thing. I did everything. I did the opposite for my first son because I was not so aware. I stopped breastfeed by 11th month. But when it came to second kid, I went to Vriksham class and more breastfeeding and extended breastfeeding. I was so keen on it. So I did till 2 years and 8 months for the second kid. I did my breastfeeding. It was very cool, and he self-weaned himself. I wanted to give till 3 or 4 years, but he self-weaned just like that. And extended breastfeeding pannache enna cow's milk vandu you are not going to force them to have cow's milk once they have crossed 1 year or 2 year. Just the baby will see, they'll watch, and they will want whatever they want, and they'll ask for it. My son saw his elder brother like having milk daily in the morning, and that's how he came. And 1 second, I'll just mute. And yeah. So make sure cow's milk you don't introduce compulsorily 1 year kapro. Morning this much has to be given, evening this much has to be given, like that. Don't make a pattern. Instead, listen by the what the baby wants and give them cow's milk only when they ask for it. It means any color let the baby have, not daily basis. Okay, and make sure you don't give cow's milk in the night. Breastfeed is like excellent. It won't do anything to the baby's milk teeth. But there are many babies, even in my family there are some babies who had a decay with that 2 years 3 years stage. After having cow's milk in the night feed, they would still continue to sleep. That's what happened, and that's the reason. Actually, if you have a milk or any chocolate or anything, we know, right? What we do, we gargle and then we brush our teeth. But to expect for a small 1 year old baby to do all that, it might not be possible for you. So don't give cow's milk in the night. Instead, make sure you give the dinner at, say, if you're giving the dinner at 7 o'clock, don't drag on till 10 o'clock. Say you're dragging on till 9:30 or something, you give a fruit or something to that 6 month plus baby in the before sleep, so they have a full stomach full and they sleep peacefully through the night. So that is there. And it helps in motor skill development because the babies are feeling, touching, tearing, and then they're feeling different textures. Everything is there, so the lot of sensory play is there, so babies will be um, uh, the motor skill development happens. So this is about weaning. So any of you, and one thing, sorry, this should have come in the beginning. How you introduce the top feed in the beginning, okay? So 6 month plus 180 days kapram when you introduce, you will slowly, you would actually go to the temple and give that chakra pongal and some do honey also. Please try to communicate not to give honey. And then whatever you give, even if it is before 180 days, make sure you start your actual top feed only after 180 days. And then that 181st day, first give once a day. Okay, say 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. that's after bath, that's the best time. Give one feed during that time. And then 3 days you do like that. This is called allergy test. You do 3 days something, whether the baby's body suits it, accepts it or not, you will come to know through baby's motion, pee, and everything. So you will just come to know about it, and you can step on to the introducing another food. So you do next, after another 3 days, you introduce, say, another fruit or another vegetable or another pulse or grain that you introduce. You can give it for the next 3 days. Then after doing some 1 week of this, the second week in that 7th month, what you can do is you can make it 2 times a day. Within that second week itself, you can make it 3 times a day. And then by 4th week, when you come, 4 times a day. That's how we all have, right? Morning, afternoon. The evening would be a snack kind, and then the dinner. So these 4 times a day, the baby has been introduced by 7th month. Okay, so you can make sure of that. So this is about weaning. And any of you have any questions, you can start shooting now. You can even chat if many of you yesterday told that babies are sleeping, and we want to ask the question in chat, so that you can do, or you can just unmute and ask. Okay. Any questions? If there's no question, I'm just showing her demo. Can we start baby-led weaning by 10th month? See, you would have just now attended the session, until then you would not have known that baby-led weaning Mari onirukku. So no issues. You start for your 10-month-old baby now. Okay. So ideally you start by the 181st day. So you can actually start for your 10-month baby right now. Okay. And keep trying. Even someone, another mother who was like who had 4-year-old baby, she told she'll attend the session. So she was very keen to, that is the time when actually baby should start normal. Babies 3 years kapra matta kulandingala paathu they will also start trying to have themselves. But if your baby is not doing that, you might get vexed, and no time is uh, wrong to start something good. Okay, so you can start for your baby immediately. Can we introduce 2 new foods same day? Yeah, like just now I said, how you do it in the 7th month, the 181 day. First week you are going to introduce once a day. And the once a day you introduce 2 foods, 3 days core food, அடுத்த 3 days core food. அதுக்கப்புறம் you will know baby got adjusted. So second day you are going to give two meals. Second week you are going to give 2 meals, 2 meals a day. So you can actually introduce 2 new foods. And ஒரே ஃபுட்ல வந்து ஒரே ஐட்டம் தான் இருக்கணும் இல்லை. இப்போ சக்கரை பொங்கல்னா பொங்கல்னா it will have the rice as well as the pulse. So nothing like two new food. அதே மாதிரி food rice na you can many way do the kanji and then go to the rice part itself only after 10th month or 9th month. So don't do that. And 7 months baby you can start giving kaila kalanda rice with nice veggies. Okay, poriyal kind that we have here, you can give that. And then all the roti with sabji, we can give everything, dal and everything. Okay, so you can introduce 2 new foods same day. Just on the 7th week, 7th month, you make sure you increase the 1 meal. You're not going to directly first week you're going to give 4 times a day. First 1 time, then 2 times, and the experiment பண்ணி அந்த அலர்ஜிஸ்லாம் இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கறதுக்கே அந்த 1 month சரியாயிடும். Okay, it's okay to start with traditional weaning, and then yeah, that's what. Even the one who asked like can I start by 10th month, it's okay to start with your traditional weaning, because many of you would have started that. So and the awareness correct minadi. So now that you are aware, please do try. And there's nothing like if a baby led weaning nadakaduna. My son, I started baby led weaning 6 months plus, and there are many times they go to my in-laws home. My mother-in-law likes to feed them. Even if he has had like 1 or 2 by himself, she'll make sure she sits and gives them. So you don't have to go and have a fight mode with them. It's okay once in a while if that happens. And babies at travel, baby was sick, that's when baby will lose interest in everything. So if they're losing interest, make sure again you get back to them. And babies will be fussy sometimes. And when to give this top feed solids now, make sure that you give breastfeed at 30 minutes after you give this food of anything. Okay, but if you தூங்கி எழுந்த குழந்தைக்கு direct if you go for giving that solids, what happens is baby will get hungry plus cranky and everything. So what you can do is you can give a breastfeed, and then that's a breastfeed will have like filling but still they'll be hungry for more. After half an hour you can give the top feed, and the lunch time evening time. So you can give the top feed. And okay, so I was about to tell something. And can we combine baby led weaning and traditional? Sometimes babies get confused if you do that. Just that anytime you are not able to follow this baby led weaning, you are traveling, baby is sick, or you are going to your mother's or in-laws place and you don't want to, they don't accept it, they tell you strongly. Some in my case, my mother and mother-in-law, they were cool. Whatever you know the best, so you do it. They gave that enough assurance. So give them the awareness that you have just now learned. I'm sure they will know what are the advantages, and they will also go happily with you. Just that don't force them to do baby-led weaning with the kid. They might not be ready to accept it. Okay, they will. And never go by quantity. Okay, like I told you, 1 tablespoon is enough for 1 year. Never go by quantity, like I have mixed the bowl full of rice. The baby has to feed it. So don't let your ego clash with the baby's emotion. Okay. So from when can we add salt and sugar is after 1 year. And do you need to add sugar? Sugar, um, for me it has been very difficult for myself to have just, I don't drink tea, coffee, so I have milk. Very difficult to have sugar without any milk without any sugar. So I moved on to having uh, another panakalkanda and this cane sugar or karam chakra. So you can go for it, or if many of my friends babies, they don't have sugar in the karam chakra kuda in their milk, so that is best. If you can do it after 1 year. Till 1 year you're not going to add give milk. And then fruit juices, if at all you're giving, I told, only later or not as a main meal or main evening snack mari vekkadinga. Give them something else, and just for filling you can give later. If at all you all want to give nalla satmavu, you want to introduce, what you do is, and the satmavu I make rotis, and then I introduce it in dosa mavu. The plain rice or dosa mavu will be there, right? In that you can mix and give. The dosas will be nice. And then you can your millets pungal biryani, all that I told, right? So that's how you introduce. So you don't have to give it as satmav and confuse that kid to have it as a main meal. You can 2 years plus kid, you can give it as a snack in the evening. They will happily drink it like how a cow's milk they will drink. So that is fine. Don't make it before 2 years and confuse them. And salt you are going to add after 1 year, the required quantity. Till then, please don't add. How will the baby? Even if you don't add anything, you prepare the main thing before you add salt. Some items முதல்ல salt போட்டுருவாங்க. அந்த மாதிரியும் சில ஃபுட் ஐட்டம்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ இட்ஸ் ஓகே. அதுலேருந்து நீங்கள் குழம்பு மிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அதுலேருந்து இந்த குழந்தையோட தாலில் யூஆர் ஆடிங்னா bit of salt is going to come. That's fine. But idhila exclusive, don't add salt. Okay. From when, how will the baby learn to eat on own all of a sudden after 6? That's a natural instinct. Okay. So that's what happens. That's when they experiment and learn things. How do you think they took their hands to the mouth for finding the thumb? Some find the thumb and they start thumbing. It's a security feeling. So they are very clever, and you are going to guide them and do everything. When you have food, the babies are hungry, they are going to do it. So that is there. I think I'll wind up this weaning session. I'm actually stopping the recording. By the end of 7th month, how many meals and snack can be given? The 4 meals a day, like we all do for all the babies. That you will come to that 4 meals a day by the end of the 7th month. I told you that 7th month starting to ending, you are going to introduce and increase from 1 meal a day to 2 meal, 3 meal, 4 meal, and introducing all the food items you wanted to introduce. You can introduce in that period and see and check if the baby is fine and having no allergy, no reactions to it. Okay, so by the end of 7th month, and 4 or 5 you're going to get. In baby-led weaning, if baby is so playful and fails to eat a meal, not even a spoon, can we leave as such, or should we try to feed a little? So that's what many mother instinct will ask them to do. But over 1 day, 2 day, if you keep watching, babies will eat. And so now, 1 tablespoon portion of the poido, and they will increase it themselves. They have the urge to eat. If you give them, and the time you can give them their favorites. Banana kids like, and then one thing I forgot in fruits, grapes la irukla. அப்படியே வந்து முழுங்கன்னா அந்த சோக் ஆகும், ஈவன் ஃபார் 6 years old kid. ஆனால் நம்ம 2 yearsக்கு அப்புறம் அதெல்லாம் கண்டுக்கிறது இல்லை. பட் மேக் ஷுர் கிரேப்ஸ், பெர்ரிஸ், எனிதிங் விச் இஸ் லைக் நல்லா ரவுண்டா இருக்கும், அதை ஹாஃப் இல்லைன்னா குவார்டர் பண்ணி சீட் ரிமூவ் பண்ணி யூ கிவ் தெம். ஓகே, ஸோ தட் வில் பி மோர் the best way for them. And for your question, it's okay, you can leave the baby. That's how most of the baby-led weaning mothers go. And I was telling, before others leave, I would just tell this. Baby Wearing India nu or page irukku for baby wearing, and baby led weaning India nu irukku FB la for baby led weaning. Join these groups. And for career guidance, you can anyway reach up to me, and anyone, yourself or your friend, wants to have a one-on-one session sometime for wearing once your carrier comes, or weaning tanya when your baby reaches 6 months, you want again, you can fix an appointment. And for carriers, the website Souls Links, I think I've already shared in the group, and the discount code is Rama10. You can use it during checkout for a discount. And what else can I tell? Can we introduce Sheikh? See, I'm a pure vegetarian, so you would be knowing, right, when to introduce, and many of your adults would have told, I think below 1 year, many don't introduce, or by 9th month. And if you go to baby led weaning India, I think by 6 months itself, many of them started introducing egg lama, other things. So you can just have a guidance of a non-vegetarian in this matter. Okay. Um, yeah. Any other question? So about the session, thank you everyone for attending the session, and do join our Tirupur Moms group FB la. You can send a link, and we'll approve the request, so that you'll get update on the next sessions that whichever happen. We do many sessions for kids, ladies, and the mothers. New the pregnant mother special, this baby wearing and weaning and clot diapering in the my sessions happen regularly. Okay. And thank you everyone. So I'm just ending the recording.